Pay homage to the Samma Sambuddha by reciting Namo Tassa 3 times before we start our Dhamma talk. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Faithful devotees, today also we are continue to give some part of Mahāparinibbāna Sutta. Actually, the today is a partly Nagara Mapanam, the building of the partly village, partly city. This is today first title. Now do you remember, no? Our Lord Buddha with a large Sangha went to the Partali village. At that time, the householders of Partali village, they offered one place and Lord Buddha gave Dhamma talk and stay overnight. And on that occasion, Sunidan Vassakar, the chief minister of Magadha, were building a city at Partali village to preempt the Vajji. Now, do you remember that sutta also starting from Sunida Vassakara, because before leave Gijjakuta Rajagaha, the Sunida Vassakara met Lord Buddha and they respect, and they have the mind to destroy the Vajji kingdom, the Vesali kingdom. Because of that reason, the Sunida and Vassakar also now start to build up the new city near bank of the Ganga river, means the near to the Vajji Vesali. Because for what? Preempt the Vajji, means to destroy the Vajji people, Vajji country. And on that occasion, many devas by the thousand were occupy site in Partali village. Now at night, the our Lord Buddha was seen one kind of things happening in the sky. Many devas by the thousand were occupying the site of the Partali village. In the area where devas of great influence occupied site, they are the mind of the king's royal ministers of great influence were inclined to build their homes. Now, do you understand the which kind of area going to use the great ministers? The same way, above their house, they are going to build the influence deva, going to build their house. The same way, in the area where devas of middling influence occupy site, they are the mind of the king's royal ministers of middle influence were inclined to build their homes. Same way, we are going to stay in the middle power of the deva. The same way that area going to build the house, the middle influence the ministers and royal members. In the same way, in the area where devas of low influence occupied site, they are the minds of the king's royal minister of low influence were inclined. They built their homes. Now, nowadays also we can understand some areas living the rich people, some areas living are living the middle people, some areas very poor people. Now, same way, where is living the rich people, that area very bright, very illuminate. Means the many kind of the good they were also living there. Same way, whereas the poor peoples are living, those area not so beautiful, not so nice, very dirty, very ugly. Environment also not nice. Means very poor qualities they were also living that area. This is a situation according to the Deva, according to the that suttas we can understand. But anyway, our Lord Buddha, after seeing this happening in the sky, the Blessed One, with the divine eye, purify and surpassing the human. So those devas by the thousand and thousand occupied site in Patali village. Now Deva is the occupying some area in the sky. The same way, the people's also going to build the house. Then getting up in the last watch of the night, the Blessed One addressed the Venerable Ananda. Ananda, who is building a city at Patali village. Now Lord Buddha know everything, but this is the way to ask something from the Bhante Ananda, because the Lord Buddha always know everything in the what happening, but anyway they ask something from the Bhante Ananda to give some ovada, to give some admonish. Then Bhante Ananda told to the Lord Buddha, the Bhante, the Sunida and Vasaka, the chief minister of the Magadha, their Lord, are building a city at Patali village to preempt the Vajji. Preempt the Vajji means the destroy the Vajji country. Actually, the Lord Buddha not allowed to anyone to break their heart, to fight each other, not allowed. But anyway, the Sunid and Vasakar also start to build a new city to destroy the country. Actually, in the ancient time, it's called the Patali city. During the King Asoka time, also is a Pataliputta city. Pataliputta city. In the nowadays, we are using Patna city. The Patna. The Patna is, I think, the capital city of the middle province. The Magadha. Magadha is the capital city of the Magadha nowadays. But now, if you have been to India, maybe do you remember the large bridge we call Gandhi Setu? I think more than 12 kilometers continuously from the past they across the Ganga river. This is area we call the this after cross the river. They have the big city. This is the Patna city, and they have the one of the museum in the Patna. We can see the Lord Buddha's real Buddha relics also in the Patna museum. Maybe if someone has the time, the opportunity to visit this, is also very good for us because we are Buddhists. Then the Bhante Ananda, it is as if they had consulted the devas of the 33. Now the Lord Buddha going to explain one good thing for the Bhante Ananda. Dear Ananda, they had consulted the devas of the 33. What's the meaning? Because they already discussed something with the deva, with the Tavatisa deva. Actually, now in the, do you know, in the one area is living the good person, one area is living the good monk. If they are, because of the two person, everyone will be the good. The same way, because of the power of the good devas, good deva, then people also will be the good. Now actually the each other not discussing anything. Deva and human we cannot not to discuss anything. But anyway, according to Deva's mind, the people also going to build the houses. This is a meaning. That's how Sunida and Vasakara, the chief minister of Magadha, are building a city at Patali village to preempt the Vajji. This is a preempt the Vajji, Lord Buddha mentioned. But just now, Ananda, with the divine eye, the purify the surpassing the human, I saw many devas by the 1,000 occupied site in the Patali village, in the area where devas of great influence occupy sites. They are the mind of the kings, royal minister of the great influence are inclined to build their homes. The same way Lord Buddha explained to the Bhante Ananda about the powerful devas and the middle deva and low influence devas, the situation. Then Anand, then Lord Buddha want to explain about the what happening in future for the city. Dear Ananda, as far as the sphere of the Arya's extent means the as far as the noble person, the great disciple of the Buddha of were dwelling this area, it is very good. Is the very illuminate the very brightness, everything going smooth. Same way, as far as merchants roads extend means the many kind of the different merchants, they are gathered to that place, they are selling the whatever things. Because of this two reason, that city will be illuminated and will be bright in future. This will be the supreme city. Now Lord Buddha mentioned, because of these two reasons, that city will be a supreme city. Now also we can understand the where is living the good monk, where were living the good noble person. Because of the power of the noble the person, because the power of the good persons, the everywhere will be the good, will be the supreme. That's why they say because of this reason, this city will be the supreme city, the Patliputta city. Then after that, the Lord Buddha mentioned Pataliputta idang agganagaram bhavisati Pataliputtam Puttabhedana. But in the English, they say where the seed pods of the Patali plant break open. I saw not clear about this sentence, but I understand the Pataliputta Puttabhedana means because of Puttabhedana, the part is Puttabhedana. Puttabhedana means the whatever people need, everything they can get from this city. Means the many of merchants, they are coming, and many of things they are selling and buying, sharing thing in the city. That city, the economy of that city is very good. This means that city will be the famous and very good city in future. This is the meaning. But then Lord Buddha going to explain one more thing. There will be three danger for Pataliputta. And now you see, there are three danger. Means because of three things, very easy to damage that city. From fire, from water, and from the breaking of alliance. Now you see, because of the fire and because of water. Now the fire also I'm considered there, because that city also quite near to the Himalaya forest. Maybe if any the fire appearing, then very easy to damage that city. But especially the water, what is near the Ganga river? The Ganga river is quite the wide and deep. So when the during the raining season, they're very easy to the flooding that area, because of this is a tourist. Second one, the from the breaking of alliance. Now this one also very easy to understand. Not only that city, everyone we can break our mind because of the breaking the alliance to the pisun, because of pisuna vacha. Now that we can understand it to Veda. Okay. Now the after this thing, then Sunita and Vasakara, the chief minister of the Magadha, now they have heard our Lord Buddha already came to the Patali village. Now they remember the King Ajatasattu is the main donor of the Buddha, because the Ajatasattu has a good mind for the Buddha. So because of that, better we go and see and respect and invite to the our place to the offer the dana. This is their intention. Because then after that, they went to the blessed one, and on arrival exchange the polite words greeting with him, with Buddha. After an exchange of friendly greetings and courteous, they stood on one side, because they use the polite word, and they respect, they bow down, and they want to ask something. As they were standing there, they said to the Lord Buddha, "The may Master Gautama squeeze to our meal today. Please accept, may please accept our meal today, together with the Sangha of the monk, with the large Sangha." The blessed one accused, that means the accept with silent. Then the Sunidan Vasakara, the chief minister of the Magadha, understanding the blessed ones, acquiesces, went to their rest house. On arrival, after having exquisite staple and non-staple food prepared in their rest house. Now the staple and non-staple food, I think you understand, because the Pali we call the Kadaniyan Bojani, whatever the food and dessert, fruits, everything they prepare for the Lord Buddha and for the Sangha. They announced the time to the blessed one. It's the time, Master Gautama, the meal is ready. After they prepare the alms, the meal, then they already informed the Lord Buddha, this is a time to Pindapata, for the alms round. The blessed one, the early in the morning, adjusted his lower robe, and taking his bowl and outer robe, they went together with the Sangha of the monks to the rest house of the Sunidan Vasakara, the chief minister of the Magadha. On arrival, he sat down on the seat laid out. Sunidan Vasakara, with their own hands, save and satisfy the Sangha of the monk with the Buddha at its head, with exquisite staple and non-staple food. Then when the blessed one had finished his meal and withdrawn his hand from the bowl, Sunidan Vasakara, taking a bowl lower seat, set to one side. Now you see, now after Lord Buddha came to that place, and they offer the suitable food for the Buddha and the Sangha. After finish their alms, their pindapata, and Sunidan Vasakar also sit near the Lord Buddha. Then Lord Buddha want to give some advice, some Dhamma talk for them, because now they also already make very good meritorious deed, because after seeing the Buddha and after seeing the Sangha, and they already accumulate the very good wholesome. After they invite the Buddha and Sangha to come to their place, and they prepare the alms and already offered the Sangha Dana and Buddha Puja. Because of this merit, they are wonderful merits. That's why Lord Buddha, they want to give some advice, some admonish, and Lord Buddha want to explain the around this area what happened at night also. Then the blessed one gave his approval with this the Pali Gatha. The Lord Buddha mentioned Yasmin Padese Kappeti Vasam Pandita Jatiyo Silavanteta Bhojetva Sanyate Brahmacharayo Ya Tatta Devata Asung Tasandakina Madise Ta Pujita Pujayanti Manita Manayantina Tatonang Anukampanti Mata Puttang Orasang Devatanukampito Poso Sadabhadrani Passati. It is very good meaning. Very good meaning, because this one also very important for us to know. Yasmin Padese Kappeti Vasam Pandita Jatito. In whatever place a wise person makes his dwelling, Silavantita Bhojetva Sanyate Brahmachari. They are providing food for the virtuous, the restrained leaders of the holy life. Because some peoples living in some area, those are peoples always the offering dana for the good person, for the virtuous person, for the holy person. Ya tatta devata asun tasan dakkina madise ta pujita pujayanti manita maniyantina. He should dedicate that offering to the devas there. And now you see, after we receive the merits, those are you should dedicate to the devas. They receiving honor will honor him, being respected, will show him respected. You see, now you see, after they receive our merits, after rejoice our merits, they will protect us. How they protect? As a result, they will feel sympathy, sympathy for him, like that of the mother for her child, her son. A person with whom the devas sympathies always meet with auspicious things. Now you see how the mother protect his own son. The same way they were also going to protect us, whatever merits who offer the merit, who dedicate the merits for them. And now according to the that meaning, the always the deva is waiting. Always deva are waiting the merits from us, because the deva, they cannot do the business, they cannot make money, they cannot make meritorious this by himself. They always ask to the they always waiting the good merits from the good people. That's why the one day the King Sakka also, when he's before some time, he bowed down to the human world. The one day his driver, the Matali, he asked, Lord, you are the great king, you are the best one, but no one the higher than you. Why you are respecting who? Why you are respect to the someone who is who? To whom? At that time, the King Sakka told, "No, I am going to respect to the for the human, the world, because the human people, human being who are keeping good behavior and do supporting for their own parents and family, who is living with the right way. Then I'm going to respect for them." And you see, they were also always like us, who is practicing Dhamma, who is practicing right way. That's why the one of the sutta also explaining. But actually, the before that sutta, I want to explain Lord Buddha everything seen at night using by divine eye. Now, if you know what is the meaning of divine eye, this one also the important for us to know before going to the next chapter. When the Lord Buddha mentioned according to the sutta, standard description in the sutta explain, so evang samahite chitte parisuddhe pariyodate anangane vigatopa kilese mudubhote kammaniyetite ananjapatte satte sattanan chutupata jnana chittang abhininna mese. This is the main meaning. When my concentrated mind was thus purified, bright, unblemished, rid of imperfection, malleable, malleable, weakly and steady, and attain to infallibility. Yeah, I direct to the knowledge of the passing away and reappearance of being. Because after get the deep concentration, Lord Buddha can see the people, the being in the world. Going to check I use the direct knowledge to see the people. Some people the passing away, and some people reappearance of the being. The same way, the Lord Buddha going to not only to some more with the divine eye, which is purify and surpass the human. I saw being passing away and reappearing, inferior and superior, fair and ugly, fortunate and unfortunate, etc. So Lord Buddha going to check the people's behavior. Some people are good, some people are very bad. Some people they're fortunate, some people unfortunate, etc. So the Lord Buddha used that the divine eye to see the sky deva in the Patali city. After seeing everything, Lord Buddha informed to the Bhante Ananda about the background of the Pataliputra city. Now, I want to give some extra detail according to Chatumaharajika Sutta. Chatumaharajika Sutta explain about how Deva accept our marriage, how we dedicate marriage for the Deva, because we don't know which kind of Deva are living around us, but definitely we know some Deva always stay with us, but we cannot see by our physical eye. That's why the Lord Buddha mentioned in the one sutta, Anguttara Nikaya, under the 3rd chapter, bhikkhus on the 8th of the 4th night, the minister and assembly members of the 4 great kings wander over this world, thinking, we hope there are many people who behave properly towards their mother and father, behave properly towards ascetic and Brahmins, honor the elders of the family, observe the opposite, keep the extra observance days, and do meritorious deeds. Now you see, because there are 4 Uposatha days in the month, no, once a month. The one of the 8 Uposatha, one of the 14 night Uposatha, and one is the 15th Uposatha, and they are they have the different Uposatha. But anyway, the every Uposatha days, some messengers come to the human world to get our merits. Then actually the King Sakka remind for the great kings. Today is the 8th Uposatha. At that time, they are going to inform to the minister of the assembly, members of the 4 great kings. Now, the minister come down to the human world, they wander over the world, and they are going to get our merits. Which kind of merits? There are many people who behave properly towards their mother and father, who support to parents properly, and who support to the ascetic and the Brahmin, and who honors to the family, elders of the family, and who's keeping sila, who's keeping extra observance, and who doing the meritorious deeds, and whatever good things we are doing, everything they can accept, they can get our merits. That's why the who are the practicing Dhamma, the Buddhist people who has the Buddhist background, before sleep at night, okay, before sleep, they always dedicate the merits. Ettavata cha ammehi sambhatang punya sampadang sabbe deva anumodantu sabbe bhuta anumodantu sabbe satta anumodantu, etc. Same way, akasatta cha bummatta deva naga mahiddika, etc. Now we have to dedicate our merits for the devas. The same way, on the 14th of the 4th night, the son of the 4 great kings wander over this world, thinking, we hope there are many people who behave properly towards their mother and father, behave properly towards ascetic and Brahmins, honor the elders of the family, observe the Uposatha, keep the extra observance days, and do meritorious deeds. Now you see, the 14 Uposatha, 14 days. The same way, on the 15th, the Uposatha day, the 4 great kings themselves wander over this world. We hope there are many people who behave properly towards their mother and father, behave properly towards ascetic and Brahmin, honor the elders of the family, observe the Uposatha, keep the extra observance days, and do meritorious deeds. Okay, now we have to understand according to that sutta, but they have some extra thing also. You can later sister can so give the notes for the people, they can understand. This way we have to understand whatever merits we are doing, whatever meritorious deed we are doing, we are accumulating. Everything we can dedicate to the devas, especially the who are accept our the merit, who rejoice our merit. All the devas going to protect us from our danger place, or maybe whatever we need. Maybe deva, I cannot say they can provide us, but they can protect us in the right way. Okay, this is the meaning. So now you understand how the relationship with deva and human being according to the sutta. Now we can continue our lessons. We can continue. Then the blessed one, having given this approval to give to this is Dhamma talk to the Sunnida and Vasakara with the Pali Gatha, got up from his seat and left. Now you see, now Lord Buddha after left from the house, and on that occasion, Sunnida and Vasakara also following Lord Buddha. Why? Now they have the mind, because now still a new city, but they want to put the new name for some area. Now they was thinking to give some new name for the some area of that city. That's why they are following right after the blessed one, thinking by whichever gate Gautama Buddha departs today, uh, they will be called the Gautama gate. Now you see the which kind of whichever gate our Lord Buddha departs today, going to use to departure, they will be called the Gautama gate. And by whichever fort he cross over the Ganga river, that will be called the Gautama fort. Now you see, now Gautama gate and Gautama fort. Now you see, during the Buddha's time also, they used the Gautama gate, Gautama fort. That's the name for the some area. But nowadays also, I heard the people using the Gautama name, especially the Gautama house, the Gautama shop, but they use the for the around the Buddhist area. But anyway, this is a that's according that sutta explained. So that the gate by which the blessed one depart was called the Gautama gate. Then he went to the Ganga river. Now on that occasion, the Ganga river was full up to the bank. Now it's already full of the water. Very difficult to cross the river. So that crow could drink water, means the water from it, means the crow and they are drink water with happily and enjoy there. This is a mean because they are full of the water. Now, yeah, some people were searching for boat. And now you see, some people are searching the boat for to the Buddha and for the Sangha to cross the river. Some people were searching for flute. Some people were the binding the rafts in hopes of going from this shore to the other. Now you see, now everyone, there's someone they're preparing boat, someone preparing another thing to the cross the river. So the blessed one, just as a strong man, because Lord Buddha has a second power, and the Sangha also has second power. Then just as the strong man might extend his flexed arm, flexed arm or flex his extended arm, disappeared from the near bank of the river, Ganga river, and reappear on the far bank together with the Sangha of the monk. You see, and Lord Buddha already crossed the river without using any boat or without anything. They use the second power to cross the river. Now you see, he saw that some people were searching for boat, some were searching for flute, some were binding rafts in hope of going from his shore to the other. Then Lord Buddha, after releasing the significance of that, the blessed one on that occasion exclaimed, giving the one gatha, because they're giving some ovada, some stanza for the bhikkhus. Ye taranti annavang sarang setun katwana visajja pallalani kullanhi jano pabandati tinna medavino jana. Those who cross the foaming flood, having made the bridge, avoiding the swamps. While people are binding rafts, intelligent people have already crossed. Now, you see, according to that Gatha, they're giving the good example for us. Now, you see the last stanza at the end of the first recitation. Now you see, now according to that Gatha, they have the good meaning. Gatha, those who cross the flood, the flood is unknown. In the designation for a broad stretch of water which has a minimum is 1 yojana deep, means the 1 yojana deep and wide water in the river means the river is full at higher tide. Now that Gatha, they say Annavan Sarang. Annavan is the already full of the water. How they full? The 1 yojana deep and wide water in the river means the river already full, high tide, already full. Sarang means actually the lake, but according here, Sarang called the river. It said those who cross river over the river of craving. Now you see the Lord Buddha giving a good example, no? Those who cross over the river of craving, deep and broad, making the bridge, which is known as the noble path. Now you see, we are bhikkhu, we are Buddhist, we also going to cross the river. But which kind of river? The craving, the river of the craving, Tanha river, Tanha Sara. Now we are, if someone want to cross the Tanha river, you should use the one boat. Which kind of boat? There is a 8 noble path. Now you see, now we are Buddhist, we are monk, we always try to use the 8 noble path to cross the Tanha, cross the craving of river of the craving. That's why the Lord Buddha in the commentary also mentioned kullang hi jano pabandati buddhacha buddha savakacha vinayeva kullena tinna medavino jana. Because but people wishing to cross over this small stretch of water means the peoples are the binding the boat to cross the river, but the Buddha and the Lord Buddha and their disciples both are wise people who have crossed the river without any craft, without any the boat. And now you see, now because of the who is the skillful Dhamma, who is practice Dhamma, they can use a noble path to cross the Tanha river. This is a meaning of that Gatha. But now you also try to get that meaning according to the Mahāparinibbāna Sutta. One more thing I want to confirm. They say that Patama Bhavanavaram, the Pali, you see, Patama Bhavanavaram, after end of the Pali Gatha, they have Patama Bhavanavaram, the first the Bhavanavara finish in the according to that sutta. Now I want to explain about what is the meaning Bhavanavara, but next time the brother JJ can help us to the type what's the meaning of Bhavanavara. Actually, Bhavanavara means the 8,000 alphabet. You see, the 8,000 alphabets one group we call one Bhavanavara. How about the Pali stanza mean 250 Pali Gatha we call the one Bhavanavara. Means the 250 Pali Gatha means 8,000 alphabet symbol. Those are 8,000 symbols are called one Bhavanavara. Okay, now according to the Mahāparinibbāna Sutta, now we already study one Bhavanavara finished. Now we can go to the next chapter. Arya Satya Pativeda Katha. Arya Satya Pativeda Katha means about the Four Noble Truths. Now this one also very good for us to understand. but Four Noble Truth. Then the Blessed One say to the Bhante Ananda, come Ananda, we will head for Koti village. Now, because after visit Partali village, Pataliputta city, the Lord Buddha depart to the Koti village with the Sangha. As you say, Venerable Sir, when Ananda respond to the Blessed One, then the Blessed One, together with the large Sangha of monks, went to the Koti village. There he stayed near Koti village. Now it is now move to the Koti Game, another village. It's the true not now Lord Buddha also going to give some admonish for the bhikkhus who are stay in the Koti village, who are stay around there, going to admonish. Chatunnam bhikkhave arya saccānaṁ anubodha appativeda evamidam dīgamadhāna sandhavitam sansaritam mamancheva tumha kancha. It is through not awaking to or penetrating for noble truths, monks, that we have transmigrate and wandered on for such a long time, you and I. Which for? Because without understanding Four Noble Truth, we wander in the samsara, samsara life, again and again continuously. Which kind of four? What are the four? Dukkhang Arya Saccang. The Lord Buddha say it is through not awaking to or penetrating the noble truth of this suffering that we have transmigrate and wandered on for such a long time, you and I. Now, so without understanding noble truth of suffering, without understanding noble truth of the origin of suffering, without understanding truth of cessation of suffering, not understanding the truth of the path of practice leading to the cessation of suffering. Now you see, without understanding Four Noble Truth, we always going around the samsara again and again. That's why Lord Buddha also want to explain for the bhikkhus and for the peoples what are the Four Noble Truth. Now I think everyone know about the Four Noble Truth. We have the, according to the Dhammacakkappavattana Sutta, we already got some information. Idang kopana bhikkhave dukkhang arya saccang. Now this bhikkhus, this is a noble truth of suffering. What is the noble truth of suffering? Birth is suffering, aging is suffering, illness is suffering, death is suffering, union with what is displeasing is suffering, separation from what is pleasing is suffering, not to get what one want is suffering. Is brief, the five aggregate subject to clinging are suffering. This is a suffering. Now this is according to Sutta. According to Abhidhamma, also we can understand later, brother can type for them. 81, the mundane consciousness, and 51 mental factors without lobha, and the 28 type of material. Those are we call dukkha saccang. Dukkha saccang. According to Abhidhamma. About the samudaya, now is the bhikkhus in the noble truth of the origin of suffering. It is this craving which lead to the renewed existence, accompanied by delight and lust, seeking delight here and there. That is craving for sensual pleasure, craving for existence, craving for extermination. Three type of tanha. Kama Tanha, Bhava Tanha, Vibhava Tanha. Now they called Abhidhamma. What is the meaning? The cause of the suffering is Lobha, only Lobha. Number third, now this bhikkhus is the noble truth of cessation of suffering. It is the reminderless fading away and cessation of that same craving, the giving up and relinquishing of it, freedom from it, non-reliance of it means Nibbana. Because Abhidhamma also, Nibbana is we call Nirodha Satya Nibbana. But the last, the Magga Satya understand, now is the bhikkhus in the noble truth of the way leading to the cessation of the suffering. It is this noble eightfold path, that is right view, right intention, right speech, right action, right livelihood, right effort, right mindfulness, and right concentration. Those are eight noble path, noble eightfold path. It's called Sila, Samadhi, Panya. Okay, among the eightfold path, the right view, right intention, it's called Panya. Right speech, right action, right livelihood, it's called Sila. Right effort, right mindfulness, and right concentration is called Samadhi. Now, Sila, Samadhi, Prajna, according to the eightfold path, we can understand. So now that's why Lord Buddha mentioned now, but now, in Sutta, this noble truth of suffering has been awakened to and penetrated. Now you see the noble truth of the origination of suffering has been awakened, now already understood, and the Four Noble Truth already understood. Because of that, Lord Buddha mentioned, craving for becoming has been crushed. The guide to becoming, clinging is end. There now is no further becoming. You see, after understood Four Noble Truth, cannot reborn again, cannot becoming again, further becoming. Now, after that, Lord Buddha giving some the Pali stanza also. It is also good for us to know. Chatunnang Arya Satchanang Yata Bhutang Adassanang Sansitan Diga Madhanang Tasu Tasveva Jatisu Tani Etani Dittani Bhavanetti Samuhata Uchinnang Mulang Dukkasa Natidani Puna Bhavu. From the lack of vision of the Four Noble Truth, we have wandered a long time. Simply in these birth and those, these are now seen. The guide to becoming is removed. Crush is the root of suffering and stress. There is now no further becoming. Now you see, after understood Four Noble Truth, no further becoming for Buddha or for other great disciples. But still we have the become, because still we have the we are not understood Four Noble Truth clearly with the path knowledge. Because of that, we are still further becoming in future. While staying near the Koti village, the Blessed One often gave this Dhamma talk to the monk. Now you see, Lord Buddha always giving admonish for the bhikkhus, such as the Sila, such as Samadhi, such as Panya. Concentration nurtured with Sila is of a great fruit, great reward. Panya nurtured with concentration is great fruit, great reward. The mind nurtured with Panya is rightly released from the taint, asava, the taint of sensuality, the taint of becoming, the taint of ignorance. Now this way Lord Buddha explained and giving the good advice, admonish for us. Now after we listening these two Dhamma talk, no, regarding the Pataliputta, the building of the Patali city, and giving admonish regarding the Four Noble Truth. These two lessons also important for us, because the now we know the how we dedicate our merits for the Deva, because some people think our how accept our merits Deva, because nowadays people like to offer the food and whatever things for the Deva, but they cannot accept our things. They cannot accept our food or material things, but they can accept our only merits. This is a meaning. Now you should do the right way according to the Buddha's teaching, and may you try to understand by for noble truth after hearing Dhamma or after reading book, because the first of all you want to know the meaning of the Four Noble Truth, then slowly by slowly you can understand. Now according to the Abhidhamma also, what is the eightfold what is the Magga Satya, only eightfold path in the Lokuttara mind. But except the Lokuttara mind and only eightfold path, the eight type of mental factors, they are called the eightfold path. Except eight fold path, other all Lokuttara, the consciousness and Lokuttara mental factors, we have to erase without this one not including any noble truth. Now you see, according to the Abhidhamma, now you know the Dukkha Satya, Samudaya Satya, and Nirodha Satya, Magga Satya. Especially in the Magga Satya moment, only we are calling eightfold path. Others, Lokottara consciousness and Lokottara mental factors, we have to we have to accept those things. Only eightfold path we call the Magga Satya. So the I think now you understand. I'm thinking. I think you understand about these two lessons. May all of you be try to get right meaning after read and listen this Dhamma, and try to practice Dhamma diligently. May all of you be stay with harmoniously, stay with Dhamma, and practice with Dhamma. May all of you be healthy. May all of you be well and happy all the time. May all of you be free from all suffering and attain Nibbana soon. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. We can continue the Dhamma Dasa Dhammapariyana, the next chapter in the next week. So if you have anything, please you can ask. But may I try to give the answer.
Bhante, maybe I ask one question. Bhante mentioned about just now the Chatu Maharaja king came to the world to look for people who are doing the good deeds during the Uposatha days. How about the normal days?
Usually, then because there are many devas around us, some the Rukha Deva and the village Deva, they're always looking us. There is a recording our the meritorious deed. Then in the special days, the Uposatha days, the special the minister or special the devas come down from the heaven to the human world. They are going to collect the meritorious reports. Okay, actually the three times Uposatha day, they are coming to human world to collect only, but who is looking us? Some Rukha Deva, the Rukha Deva, and who stay nearby us, all they are keeping a record. Understand?
Yes. In that case, if we do meritorious deeds or we make a sharing of merits on the Uposatha days is more powerful, is that correct?
Yes, more powerful is the special day, because that sutta, so you can continue later, because I not give all thing. That sutta explained that because they're keeping extra observance day. Now you
Okay.
see, now they are keeping, now usually the Buddhists, they are keeping 5 sila all the time. But Uposatha day, they are trying to keep the 8 sila and maybe extra observance. That's why they can get the more power meritorious. That's why the special the 8 day, the Uposatha day, the deva come to the human world to collect our meritorious deed.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, Bante. Understand. Yes. So Bante, we will upload the notes just now to
Sure.
our website
Group.
to share with others,
Yeah.
Bante. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. There's a question on the screen. Dear Bante, can Bante kindly explain the different types of uposatha?
Actually, in the sutta also mentioned, they say the Paligata Patiharya Pakkancha Attanga Susamagatam means some people they are taking observe from morning to until evening only within the maybe half of the day, maybe sometimes the full of the day. But in the ancient time, people how they take observe, how they take the 8 sila posta. Example, tomorrow is a uposatha day. Before one day, they are going to monastery to take sila, and after one day after uposatha, they are relinquished. Means they are 3 days continuously keeping the 8 sila, practicing observe. This is a good uposatha sila. That's why you call it Patiharya. Uposatha means called the one day before it start, after one day after Uposatha, they relinquish. This is a Uposatha. But there are different type, another type we can say, sometimes the 8 sila. Sometimes some people they take the 9 sila. Sometimes they keep a 10 sila. Those everything we call the Uposatha sila.
Bante, maybe I ask again. Exactly, if you want to keep uposatha sila, just now Bante mentioned about 3 days, but it should be like today. If tomorrow is uposatha day, we should keep from tomorrow
Today.
morning. If tomorrow is a uposatha day, we should keep.
Today evening.
Sorry, you should start. If
Start
tomorrow
today.
is uposatha
Today we have to start.
today.
One day before start and after one day you have to stop.
Today from what time?
Maybe usually you should finish your meal before noon.
Okay.
Yeah, you should finish your lunch before noon,
Yes.
and after noon you can take 8 sila or Uposatha sila.
Okay, and then tomorrow the whole day take sila,
Yes.
and
Yeah.
relinquish only after the day after.
Yeah,
The day after.
day after
After-
maybe the breakfast or after lunch.
Oh, I see. That is high standard, Monday. We usually
Yes,
start.
yes.
We usually start
Yeah.
for Saturday morning, Monday.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because in Sri Lanka, the some monastery allow to people to come earlier and can go later.
But it is not wrong if you start the morning, that day morning. It is not wrong. Not wrong.
No wrong.
Yes.
No wrong.
Okay.
But they give a special name for the party hari uposatha.
Okay. Yeah, understand.
Yeah,
Okay.
this is the special name for that uposatha.
Okay. Thank you, Monday. But it is right only if you take from the morning, correct?
Yes. You should take the morning, maybe before breakfast.
Before breakfast, Yeah.
Usually in Sri Lanka, we always giving the person in the dawn time.
Dawn time, Yeah, that should
Yeah,
be
dawn time.
that should be the right one, not after
Yeah,
lunch.
right one.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Bante. Yeah. Any
Yeah.
other questions? Thank you very much, Bante.
Idam me punyang asavakkaya vahang hotu. Idam me punyang nibbānassa accayo hotu. Mama punya bhagang sabba sattanang bhajemi te sabbe me samang punya bhagang labhantu sadhu 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 sukhi hotu nibbana paccayo hotu.